The 1975 dismissal explained in 2 minutes. Let's go. In 1972, Gough Whitlam becomes the first Labour Prime Minister in 23 years. The coalition does not like this, and they wanted a reason to force him to an early election. The Liberals under Billy Snedden in 1974 attempt to do this, but it's unsuccessful. He goes to a double dissolution election and wins government anyway. Malcolm Fraser replaces Billy Snedden as Liberal leader, and he needs an excuse to force another election. Rex O'Connor, as the Minister for Resources under the Whitlam government, tries to borrow $4 billion from overseas lenders for a 20-year infrastructure project. By a constitutional requirement, this should go through the Loans Council, but he tries to circumvent that, which causes lots of criticism, a scandal. He ends up misleading Parliament and resigning from the ministry as a result. No money was actually ever lent. So the coalition decides to do the same thing it did under Snedden and block supply to force the government to an election, because they can't govern without money. But the thing is, the Senate can only do that because it has been altered. There were 2 vacancies in between 74 and 75. One was an appointment to a high court, and the other was a death of a Labour senator, which meant that the New South Wales and Queensland coalition governments could appoint replacement senators that were antithetical to Whitlam, which gave the coalition the numbers to block supply. Money is running out by mid-November. Like, this is a crisis. Public servants will not get their wages. The Defence Force is running out of money, and Fraser is like, I'll let them get paid if you agree to an early election. Whitlam says, no, I won't do that, and so decides to go to the Governor-General to advise a half-Senate election. Whitlam on the 11th goes to Government House to advise the Governor-General John Kerr for a half-Senate election. But the thing is, John Kerr has decided we are too deep into this crisis, you do not have the money to actually cover an election period, and decides to dismiss him on the spot before Whitlam can actually advise him. To resolve the crisis, Kerr appoints Fraser as the Prime Minister. Fraser then instructs the coalition to pass supply in the Senate, resolving the crisis, and then calls a double dissolution, which Fraser then wins in a landslide.